from the University of North Carolina School of Media and Journalism, covering the full range of Tar Heel athletics. This is Sports Extra.
Happy Friday, Heels, and welcome back to another edition of Sports Extra. I'm Josh Connor.
And I'm Leah Berry. Thanks for joining us. The top-ranked women's soccer team traveled to Syracuse Thursday evening, hoping to squeeze out a win against the Orange. The Heels dominated the Cuse with 16 shots on goal, while holding the Orange to just one single shot. But the dominance failed to show up on the scorecard due to some missed opportunities on the offensive end for UNC. Freshman Kyla Della Peruta capitalized on her opportunity, putting the Heels on the board midway through the first half with the first goal of her young career. Minutes before half, the Heels struck again with a low strike off the foot of sophomore Libby Moore, which rested in the bottom right corner of the goal. Although it wasn't the prettiest win on a cold and wet night in New York, the Heels were able to push through, maintaining their top spot in the rankings. Carolina will be back in action Sunday to take on the Boston College Eagles in Chestnut Hill.
It was a big week for the men's soccer team as the Heels continue to climb into the NCAA rankings with the help of a newly named National Player of the Week. UNC men's soccer is off to an impressive start with defender Filippo Zadarin being named the United States Soccer Coaches Player of the Week. Zadarin is the second Tar Heel to receive the honor this season, joining goalkeeper Alex Smear. Zadarin got the honor after he headed the ball home with 1 minute remaining in the match to defeat Clemson. The win against the Tigers helped the Heels climb to an impressive number 3 ranking in the NCAA. Hoping to continue their undefeated season, the Tar Heels will face number 1 Wake Forest away on Sunday at 6 p.m.
It's finally that time of year again in Chapel Hill, as the Tar Heels men's basketball team held its first official practice of the 2021 season on Wednesday. UNC fans will have to learn some new faces this year, as the Tar Heels welcome in the third-ranking recruiting class in the nation. It features 6 players with at least a 4-star rating. There were some familiar faces in the Smith Center on Wednesday, as All-ACC big man Garrison Brooks is back for his senior season, as well as former Tar Heel and NBA second-team All-Rookie Kobe White. Fans will get their first glimpse at the new-look Heels on November 25th, when they take on the College of Charleston in Chapel Hill.
The 5th-ranked Carolina football team will play its first game inside the top 5 since 1997 this weekend as the Heels travel to take on Florida State. The Tar Heels offense hopes to continue to stay hot again this week after rushing for 399 yards against Virginia Tech. UNC will continue the ground assault against a struggling Seminoles defense. Florida State surrendered 353 rushing yards last week in a loss to Notre Dame, which dropped the Seminoles to 1-3 on the season. Expect heavy doses of UNC's backfield duo of Michael Carter and Javonte Williams as the Tar Heels try to cement their status as a top 5 team on Saturday night at 7:30.
So Josh, do you have any expectations for the upcoming game this Saturday?
Yeah, I think it should be a great one overall. I mean, we're coming in as a top 5 team. It seems like our offense has really found its groove, both in the air and on the ground against a Florida State team that seems to just be struggling this season.
I couldn't agree more. Here are more Tar Heel sports to look forward to this weekend. The men's and women's cross-country teams will travel to Kernersville to compete against NC State and Wake Forest for their last meet before the ACC Championship. The meet starts today at 4:30. The field hockey team takes on the Syracuse Orange tonight at 6 here in Chapel Hill. The Tar Heel volleyball team will travel the short distance to Raleigh tonight to match up against NC State. The first of 2 games slated against the Pack this weekend. The first match is tonight at 7 and the rematch is Sunday at 1.
Having new coaches often means a new mindset. And along with that, new goals. Julia Roth tells us that's definitely the case for one of Carolina's Olympic sports teams.
A new race is underway for UNC track and field. Just last year, head coach Chris Miltenberg and assistant coach Dylan Sorensen joined Carolina. Before last season was cut short, they already started to feel momentum building.
The last practice that we had, which was the Tuesday of spring break, 2 days before everything got shut down, was by far and away the best practice we had the whole year. And of course, COVID hit, bam.
Fall 2020 has certainly been unique for all UNC programs, but the new track and field coaches haven't been distracted from their mission, build a new champion program for Carolina.
Our team ran together for the first time, actually all together at our first meet. We have so much momentum. We're heading in a positive direction. People are feeding off one another. How can we do that without seeing one another day to day?
Sorensen explains the importance of recruiting runners who are not only additions in their events, but who add to the overall culture of the program.
Who is the right person for this place? And then additionally, who's the right person for the kind of environment, the kind of culture that you want to help craft.
A standout member of last year's recruiting class who's already making headlines, freshman Sasha Neglia. In just her first meet at Carolina, Neglia placed first at the UVA Invite. Since then, she's earned UNC's first ever NCAA Track and Field Athlete of the Week, ACC Cross Country Performer of the Week, and ACC Freshman of the Week.
It definitely is an honor to get those recognitions, but at the end of the day, that's not why we're all doing cross country. We want to be, like I said, something bigger than ourselves and work towards a bigger team goal.
We've already seen a promising start to the fall 2020 season. Success will likely be a word we'll continue to use for the track and field powerhouse developing at UNC. I'm Julia Roth reporting.
We'll have more updates from Sasha Neglia and the Tar Heels on Monday after they compete in the Wake Forest Invitational later today.
The UNC women's tennis team added a star freshman to the roster last season, and then came the COVID shutdown. The Heels expect big things from her when the spring season begins. Our Alexa Graham sat down with her.
Elizabeth Scotty was a standout for the Tar Heels last semester, not losing a singles match in her first season for UNC. Despite her perfect record, she still feels like she had to work through some nerves and pressure due to the difference from junior tennis.
It was different just being like, it's not going on your personal record as much as like, this is the team. It matters, that we beat UCLA or we beat Miami or whoever.
Scotty is no stranger to this extended break due to injuries as a junior player, and actually feels that she's playing some of her best tennis after a few months off.
When I came into season with the academics and stuff, I was playing fine. I was playing solid tennis, but it wasn't like my best. And I was kind of able to find that over the summer, which is why I was more like excited and ready to come back here now.
Head tennis coach Brian Kalbis was pleased that his top recruit decided to come early and is pumped about what she adds to the team.
I think her adjustment coming in was very seamless. I think she did a really good job of kind of fitting in with the players and adjusting academically. For the most part, she did an incredible job of just, fitting into our program, our culture, and just adding another incredible hard worker and great attitude to our team.
Scotty hopes to continue her perfect singles record in the 2021 season, as she'll be a key part of the Tar Heels lineup. I'm Alexa Graham, reporting.
Well, Leah, it seems like it's going to be a packed weekend of sports here at Carolina. Is there anything you're looking forward to coming up?
Well, Josh, I'm probably most looking forward to the football game this weekend, but I'm excited to see the Heels in all of their sports.
Yeah, it seems like it's going to be a dominant weekend, but especially with that number 5 ranked football team, there's a lot of hope going into this weekend against Florida State. Well, that does it for this edition of Sports Extra. Thanks for watching.